Morning folks. When I say morning, it's 2 minutes shy of dinner time, and I'm currently walking by Langdon Beck in Upper Teesdale in the North Pennines. I had quite a decision-making process today. I just couldn't decide where to come. I thought about Darnbrook Fell, so I did my last of the Dales 30. I've got a couple of routes in my head round above Aweswater. I thought about that, and then I thought about some obscure Pennine 2,000 footer up here in the North Pennines, but it's very dry. I didn't fancy like hours of yomping over pretty arid moorland. So yeah, I've come to Langdon Beck, which is a place so special to me. It's one of my favourite sections of the Pennine Way. It's just such a delightful area. And I'm going to do a walk somewhere along the Upper Tees, and I'll camp somewhere on the fells. I am not quite sure where yet, but I've got a couple of ideas in mind, but it's quite early. I'm going to take my time, I'm going to enjoy myself, I'm going to take it easy on this walk. Some of the hay pasture hereabouts it's just spectacular. I'm seeing lots of interesting wildflowers in the meadows, and I'm also seeing the insects associated with them. I'm just seeing quite a few chimney sweeper moths whose caterpillars feed on hernut, or pig nut if you want to call it that, and there's plenty of that about. I know I'm a complete saddo, but I like confluences. I love it where rivers meet, and I like it here where the stony Langdon Beck joins the River Tees. So we've crossed now to the western bank of the Tees, and I'm following this track through open pasture away from the river, and then we'll rejoin it higher up and sort of rising above me to the left is Cronkley Fell, and you can see the crags of the Great Windsill. There's a very agitated redshank hereabouts, so in fact there's two of them, so I'm guessing there must be near a nest or chicks or something. I'll move quickly on. Do you know, even after all these years of walking and wildlife watching, there's still new things that you come across that just enthrall and enthuse and just really excite you. I've just been walking along the path here. I saw this little brown thing just scuttle along the ground away from the path. I thought it was a rodent at first. You know, it was a common sandpiper, and right by the path was a common sandpiper's nest with 4 eggs. Now that's something I've never seen before. Look at this island here in the river. It's got different species of vegetation on where the sheep can't get. You can see juniper anyway. Right, I'm going to have to cool off a bit. I've got a headache, I'm not drinking enough, and I've had a pint in Langdon Beck in, which has probably dehydrated me a little bit more. So I'm going to have a quarter of an hour here. I'm going to take my shoes and socks off, I'm going to have a paddle. Right, well I'm suitably refreshed, and I'm just carrying on my way along the banks of the river. I'm just approaching on the other side, I think it's called Widdybank Farm, and then this path at the moment is a grassy affair, but it gets quite good higher up. It turns into like a little boardwalk right at the edge of the river. It's nice. If you look to the south here, there's barely a cloud in the sky, but as I spin it round north and west, there's cloud bubbling up here, and I think this is the cross fell effect. As we look in that direction up there, you're getting some serious high ground, cross fell, the dumb fells. Now we've got a good plant here. It's like a shrub. This stuff with the dark green leaves. It's called shrubby cinquefoil. Now up here it can be quite common in patches, but nationally it's very rare. That's that yellow flower there. It has a bit of a Scottish feel here, this like a strath, is that what you call it? Right, well we're going to leave the River Tees here and then we're going to cut round and head up the hillside there. There's a path that will take us to the top up there, onto the skyline. Before I do though, I'm going to have to get some water here, this is the last chance. Time for another wild paddle, I think. I've got to wait a bit for my filter to work, so, and I've got loads of time on my hands. Right, well, I'm just on the edge of Cronkley Fell now, but looking across here, we've got Meldon Hill, we've got the Dumb Fells there and the Mighty Cross Fell there. Right, well I'm on Cronkley Fell now and I've stopped to show you how the geology and the brilliant botany on here, well in this area, go hand in hand. This strange bulbous rock here is Carboniferous limestone, but it's been altered, it's been metamorphosed, and it's because the wind sill, a big igneous intrusion, has been intruded into the limestone and baked it and changed it. And what it's done, this once normal Carboniferous limestone has been turned into something called sugar limestone. It's quite crystalline, it's like a kind of marble, and it weathers, don't know if you've seen that, into this like limey, sandy stuff. And this is the material, this sandy stuff, that the plants absolutely love round here. So a real important rock, this sugar limestone. Right, well I'm just leaving the trig point on Cronkley Fell. There's a tarn here just over my shoulder, and there's been what they call black-headed gulls flying about, so I'm guessing they're nesting here, so I won't be camping anywhere near here. I have seen a couple of places to pitch, but I've got to be careful. I'm really close to MOD land and I can see a building on on the fell across there, glinting. I haven't got the binoculars, I can't see it very well, but it looks quite... I don't know, it might not be a building, something is glinting in the distance anyway. I just wonder if it's some sort of MOD base or something. Little hut. So I don't want to be in sight of that. There's a farm across here at Beckdale, I don't want them seeing me either. So, I don't know, I'm still wandering about, seeing steady on, seeing what I can find. Well, I've wandered all over this fell and adjacent looking for somewhere to pitch, but I think I'm going to have to go back to one of the spots I saw on the far side. Just can't seem to get anywhere on the eastern side, which is where I wanted really, just for a little bit less far to walk tomorrow morning. It's too early to pitch though, so I'm going to go back to one of these spots. I'm just going to, I don't know, I've got about an hour to kill. I'm just going to have a rest. Might even have a little doze. I've got a banging head. Well, this is a miles better pitch than last time. The ground's very level, which helps I suppose, but yeah, much better this time. Everything's nice and taut. Bit of a breeze, but now to write home about. Yeah, quite happy. All sorted inside. Porch there. And I've also got a nice little cooler for my beer. Maybe it's slightly too early to pitch the tent, but I can't see anybody coming up here now. I'm absolutely knackered as well. I feel worn out. I think I've found the ideal spot here. I'm a little bit close to the path. I didn't want to be close to the path because it can be quite a popular walk this, but I've hardly seen anyone all day. I can't see the farm that I could see over there before, and I can't see the other building on MOD land, so I should be absolutely fine here. I've got a great view from the tent door. I'm looking right across to Meldon Hill, the Dumfells, Cross Fell. Fantastic place. Right, I need to make myself a drink. I'm really dehydrated. I'm going to have a brew. I think I'll feel better after that. I've not had a brew since this morning. New bit of gear to show you today. I've got some new walking pumps. I say new, I've had them about 12 months, but I'm waiting for my others to sort of give up the ghost really. Anyway, they lasted longer than I thought, my other ones, so it's the first outing for these today. So I've gone back to Ultras, which have a lovely wide fit, really suit my bunion feet. I had a pair of Lone Peaks before, and they were great. The only thing is the midsole were a little bit too thin. You could feel every little bump and pebble when you're walking and stuff. It was just too minimalist for me. But these have got a nice big thick chunky midsole. It's like walking on big bubble wrap. It's like comfy is. Another thing I like about these is they're really compatible with the gaiters that I wear. The spats, as my granddad used to call them. They have this little thing here, so you can hook the gaiters on at that side, and then here you've got a little Velcro gator trap so you can attach them there as well. It's not as fast as the, what's it called, the B3, but it's certainly more reliable. And you can back flush it as well. I've been looking at those platypus quick draws, they look a good one. You can back flush and the flow rate on them looks right good. I'll think about getting one of them. Looks alright that, doesn't it? Big lumps of chicken. Good walking country, you know, these North Pennines. They're wilder than the Dales. I think it's England's largest area of outstanding natural beauty. And I've seen it referred to as England's last wilderness. And I don't think we have any wilderness, do we, in the UK? But as far as England goes, I suppose this is as good as it gets. I'm just looking at the map of today's route. It's a walk, beer time, and I'm in the mood for this. It's a walk I've done, I think I've done this route twice before, but I've always done it and gone clockwise. Today I've done it anti-clockwise. Round here there's two ways of appreciating the Tees. There's the route I've done today over Cronkley Fell, and if you want to explore the other banking of the Tees, north east side, your best bet is parking somewhere like Cow Green area and doing a circuit on that side of the river. It's such a shame that there's no mechanism for crossing the river hereabouts, even a rope bridge or a nice little exciting walker suspension bridge. I have considered trying to wade across, but it's just, even when it's low, it's just a bit too, don't know, just a bit too much. I'm not quite comfortable. It'd probably be fine, but I don't know, I'd probably get swept away. But it's a fantastic river up here, and I've filmed loads of the river today. I've probably overdone it with river scenes, but it's just a beautiful stretch of a river. In fact, if you read Wainwright's Pennine Way Companion, I think he says that the River Tees upstream of Middleton in Teesdale is the finest stretch of a northern England river. And yeah, he's bang on, absolutely bang on. Thinking of like Upper Wharfdale, Langstothdale, that's pretty cool too, and Upper Swaledale round Kell, but no, I'm with Wainwright on this one. In fact, when I did the Pennine Way, long time ago, but still vivid memories, the best section for me is from Middleton in Teesdale to Alston. You've got obviously Upper Teesdale, Low Force, High Force, Winch Bridge, Langdon Beck, and then you've got a fantastic crossing right over the watershed to High Cup and then down into Dufton. Dufton's a great little village, great pub, nice youth hostel, campsite and that. And then the day after, Dufton to Alston, a long day as I recall, I think about 19 mile, it refer all day, but then you've got Cross Fell, so that's a monumental day on the Pennine Way for anybody. Right, well, it is 20 to 12 nearly, and I think I'm going to try and get some sleep. I've just been listening to podcasts and finishing my lager. Just before I switched this on, there's a weird noise just outside in this little sort of strip of water coming out of the limestone. It was a snipe. It might still be there now. It sounded like it flew in. There were flapper wings and a strange squawk. Probably wonder what the bleeding hell's going on me here with the tent light on and stuff. So I'm not particularly tired, but yeah, I feel okay though. I've got tomorrow from here back to Cart. I think it's about 4 miles. I'd like to get away early because it's a long drive up here, and there's a few things I need to get back for quite sharpish. But we'll see. Whatever happens, done it. So if I end up having a lie-in, that won't be a bad thing as well. So I'll bid you good night and I'll speak to you in the morning. Good night. Morning folks, it's just turned 5:30 and the sun's just rising up behind a bank of cloud to the east. In fact, it's in my eyes. Move around a bit. It's a nice morning. If I whiz it that way, look at the fells over there, Meldon Hill, the Dun Fells, Cross Fell, all being lit up. I've not had a long night's sleep, but I slept okay. I think I was out pretty sharpish. I don't know, about 1:45 were it, something like that, and then I woke up at 3ish, and then I were out again until I think 5:10. So yeah, missed the sunrise anyway. Although I'd probably have had to climb up a little bit to see anything. And there's a big wall of cloud over there now, but the sun's rising faster than it. I can hear a noise over there. Might just be a funny sounding sheep. So I've had something to eat after a little mishap. Made myself a lovely brew and immediately dropped it. Got it all over porch at 10. Anyway, so I made another one. So I'm gonna start packing up. I've now to linger for really. Like I said, I think yesterday, I'm quite close to this path here. Too close for my liking really, but so I want to get on my way because I've said it before. I think it's quite a popular walk over here, although I've not seen anybody. But yeah, I want to be away pretty quick. Right, I'll start taking tent down and stuff, and then I shall get on my way. Oh bloody hell, it's 6:10. I was just about shouldering my rucksack and this figure appeared on the hill just above me. Anyway, it's a young bloke out walking. Thought he's out early, but yeah, just packed away in the nick of time. Well folks, it's not even 7:15 and I'm back at the confluence between the Tees and Langdon Beck. I think I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm just going over the same ground that went over yesterday. It's quite midgified this morning. I'm not getting bit. I don't know whether they're biting kind, but they're definitely about. If I dilly-dally, I can feel them descending a little bit. Well, what a thoroughly enjoyable trip that was. It's so great to be back here in the North Pennines. I don't think I did a wild camp in the North Pennines last year. I did one on 9 standards rig where I messed up and happened to delete all the footage, but that's south of the A66, so I don't really count that as the North Pennines. That's more the Yorkshire Dales. No, it's absolutely great to be back. Seen so many nice things. a nice, serene wild camp. Took me time. Just enjoyed myself. Struggled a bit with a bad headache yesterday, but once I got that sorted out, I had a great time. Right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time.